Heather Yourex-West is following developments from Calgary. Heather.
Donna, the Alberta government says it had no choice but to invoke the notwithstanding clause given how far apart the two sides were. But Labour groups are vowing to fight back, saying the Alberta government is trying to set a dangerous precedent.
I found an A.
After 3 weeks off the job without pay, Calgary High School teacher Lindsay Marsh-Walters is deeply disappointed.
It feels like you're being attacked. It just kind of feels like whatever you're doing is not working, even though you're trying to stand up for these kids that need more.
My expectation is that students and teachers will be back in the classroom on Wednesday.
But not only will Alberta's back to work legislation force an end to the province-wide teachers' strike, it legislates the terms of a new 4-year collective bargaining agreement too, imposing a deal that teachers overwhelmingly rejected last month.
The end of the strike does not bring an end to the teachers' concerns raised through the bargaining process, and we are addressing those concerns head on.
The province says it will begin collecting and publishing numbers on class sizes and composition to address the concerns teachers have raised. But it will also invoke the notwithstanding clause to impose the teachers' new contract, something Canada's Supreme Court has previously found to be unconstitutional.
My initial reaction is one of shock. They have gone much farther than I anticipated that they would. My second thoughts are that they have very likely just started a war with Alberta's labour movement.
A coalition of Alberta unions representing more than 350,000 workers is promising an unprecedented response to what it says amounts to an attack on any worker's right to strike.
The thing that I thought was most likely was to impose binding arbitration, because that, in recent years, is what governments do when they end a strike. This, by any sort of account, is far beyond what they needed to do to be able to resolve this.
Under the legislation, individual teachers who defy the back-to-work legislation will be fined $500 a day, with a $500,000 a day fine imposed against the union. Donna?
All right, Heather Yourex-West in Calgary, thank you.